Well, welcome to ChurchMediaDesign.tv, live from the Echo Conference. Well, live to tape and then delayed by about a day or so.
Yeah.
But I'm
Not
here
live
with
at all.
I'm here with Rob Thomas, the famous singer, songwriter, and
Yes.
poet.
It's 3 a.m. and I'm feeling lonely, so.
Wow, that joke has probably been treated to you every time you get interviewed, and I went for it. And I went for it in full force.
And you did good.
Rob, you're kind of the head and lead of RT Media Group, or
Yes.
Media Group,
Yeah,
right?
you know, we don't know what our overall company really is called. It's yeah, it's weird. But yes, we're Echo and Igniter Worship House Collide. Yes.
Awesome. And so you're kind of, the man in charge of Echo Conference, and it's been a great conference so far. We have one session left with Mark
We
Steele.
do. Yes, one more. We have made it. This has been like a 3-day event, and this is the very, very last thing. So it's kind of fun.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the conference? How do you feel like it's been going? And it's been great for me, and I've been meeting a lot of great people. But how's it been for you and the whole family of
My family?
Yeah,
Or
your family.
the media family.
The media family.
Sure. It actually it's been really, really cool. It's been kind of surreal a little bit. Just you're seeing people that you know from all different places in your life. So I know that guy. He's Mark Batterson, who I listened to his podcast. And and then Brad Zimmerman walks up.
Oh, I mean, of course.
Yeah,
it's that astonishing. Not.
No, it's been really good. I think two things I wanted people to really leave charged and with a full tank and really feel like they got something out of it. And then also I just wanted people to really connect well, that there would be other like-minded people here that maybe they didn't know or they do know that they just want to get to know better or connect with. And so I feel like that's happened.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So do you have any, is Echo going to be on for next year? Is I think what a lot of people are wondering, because I'm going to be showing a lot of great content, and there's a lot of people who have been like sending me messages while I hear like, I wish I could be there with you and that kind of stuff. So you got any behind the scenes info on that one for me? We came into this going, man, we're gonna put everything into this conference,
take a week, and then talk about it. So honestly, I don't
no
even
answer
know.
right
I don't
now?
know because I haven't thought about it a lot.
That's fine. I thought I'd throw it out there just to see.
But I tell you, this has been a really great experience. So I can say that.
And I can say that beyond all of the amazing breakouts and speakers and Johnny and Chachi videos, which are hilarious and hopefully will be posted someplace, and I'll link to them. But the one thing I've been very impressed with is the amazing food. And we have some Jimmy John's back here that I haven't gotten for lunch yet, but Rob has gotten for lunch.
That's yours.
No. I'm just joking. But you guys have gone all out with the conference. I've been so impressed with the quality from speakers of getting Donald Miller in here, and he did an amazing job last night, to the wide range of breakouts, and then the fact that you're feeding us the entire time we're here. I mean, I just want to applaud you guys on the great conference in all of those different random areas.
Well, thank you. Yeah, food for us was a big deal. Like we kind of went into this conference what would we want to eat, if we were at a conference, So we think Chick-fil-A and some of the, what did we have last night?
We had tacos last night, and they were tight.
I forgot that place. Blue Mesa? Was it Blue Mesa?
I don't know, but they were. It was like Cold Stone for sandwich cookies, because we don't have it by me.
Oh, you're talking about Pokio's.
Oh, Pokio's, yeah.
Pokio's was the ice cream sandwich cookies. So yeah, I mean, these were all the food things that we thought, man, that's what we would want to eat, so let's just go for it.
Nice.
And hope we're not in the red.
Exactly.
So, I don't know. I don't think we kind of went into this thinking, man, what's the least we can pay for and still be there? Yeah. We really did think, what would we want? What, in terms of T-shirts, the qualities of the T-shirt, quality of the speakers. I mean, across the board, what would we want? And so obviously that was a big deal to get some good stuff.
That's awesome. So do you got any other kind of behind the scenes of anything new coming in the RT family, or anything new coming in any of the projects that you want to share? I'm gonna go back to really concentrating on Igniter and some of the resources we're trying to create. We have a lot of stuff we want to get out this fall. So, and I'm looking at you a lot. I didn't even. Oh, no, you're fine.
I'm ignoring your audience.
No, the audience knows that it's all about me. No, it's all about you. We're here to resource you guys, so that's it's all good.
Yeah, so Igniter, we have a lot of cool things with Worship House Media. We kind of have our 2.0 upgrade version of that coming out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've kind of, Worship House has been the same website for about 3 years, and so we're excited about kind of the next phase. There's a lot of new functionality and a new design, so we have some fun stuff.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, next you're going to hear a great interview with Renewed Vision about the new software upgrade that's coming up, and then we're going to have a couple other interviews, and then we're going to check back with Rob at the end here just for a little wrap up of the conference. So check it out. Well, we're here at the Renewed Vision booth with
Matthew Brahms with Renewed Vision. Yep.
So what do you do with Renewed Vision? Are you a developer, designer, and kind of tell us a little bit about what Renewed Vision has to offer the church world?
Okay. Well, I initially started this with three partners, two partners actually, and we've brought on another. I started out doing development, and now I just do a lot of sales and marketing and web development and all that kind of thing. It's a small company, so we wear all hats.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. And so basically what we offer, what Renewed Vision offers, we have 3 different products for the church market that are specifically basically trying to help the church market through technology accomplish things that are a lot higher end that you might not be able to get a hold of.
Yeah,
so
stuff you see in live concert venues when you go see like these huge shows, you can now pull off maybe in your church with some of your products.
That's correct. We want the church to be the most visually stimulating place in the world, and that seems to have a strong impact in relating to this generation and all that. And so we want to bring those tools, make those tools accessible to more and more churches, so not just the big giant churches with all the money can actually get access to this stuff.
We're all about the budget here on CMD.
So we wanted to share it with all, And so we're working on high-end solutions for larger churches and trying to migrate those down to lower-end churches that don't have the budgets and whatnot.
Awesome. And so your kind of flagship product for the church is ProPresenter.
Yes.
And you just had a new release of ProPresenter that came out.
It's more of an upgrade. It's not a significant, You
don't have to pay for it if you already have version 3.
It's a free. We do have some new elements that we also introduced that are modules that are paid for items.
Okay.
But those are applied just to some of those higher-end folks that want to that have different needs. But we do that because then we can offer those tools available for those churches, but not increase the price of ProPresenter in general.
So do you want to show just quick some features of what some of the new stuff in version 3.4 is doing for us?
Of course, we've got our regular ProPresenter here and a different layout. I won't go through all those features, but folks are welcome to come to the website. You can download a free demo, use it as you wish. It's just got a watermark on the video, and there's also over an hour's worth of free video tutorials on there.
Yeah.
So it's like if I just sat down with you for an hour and
showed you everything,
exactly,
top to bottom.
So it's a great way to get yourself started, get your pastor or your staff or your volunteers anyway to get started, and that's free, so it's very easy to get right off the site. As far as the new features go, we've got some fun things that's actually easier to show you on this system over here. A couple of them. One of them, of course, is the advanced module. You actually install it on ProPresenter. But from there, it allows you to from our other software called Pro Video Player, it allows me to trigger clips remotely. So when I click on this clip here, it'll actually trigger something different. It'll actually trigger something different over here. So when I click on this guy, you're going to see a transition, and this guy changed video.
Oh, wow.
So it's this machine, and actually right now this is just going over wireless, which is not necessarily the best recommendation.
Right.
But nonetheless, when I click on this, it it transfers. Hey, Jesse, what's up, buddy? It's okay.
It's okay.
Anyway, so yeah, it's kind of nice because then what you can do is you can control, you can add this to the system. So we actually use this on the Tomlin concert, and it saved them an extra switcher and a man to run it, and the guy to set it up.
So you don't have to have as many people. You can have one guy who's manning multiple stations, basically.
Right, exactly. Instead of having a machine to run this video, a machine to run this video, and then a machine to run the words, and a switcher, now I only need a machine for here and a machine for here, and it takes care of everything at once.
Awesome.
Okay, so it saves me the cost of that switcher, and the setup and everything, the guy to run it, all that stuff.
And so this would be kind of a situation where you have like a large back screen, and then you maybe have your 2 side screens that are doing lyrics, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Yeah, so that's one kind of fun cost-saving measure that we have, and interoperability between the two programs.
Great.
You know, the benefit of getting that. And we're going to be doing a lot more of that kind of thing in the future. We're going to be
Pro Video Player and ProPresenter.
Right, because there's always things that Pro Video Player will have that ProPresenter won't, and that ProPresenter will have and Pro Video Player won't.
Because Pro Video Player, you can do things like change the hue and saturation of your video, so you can do live changing of different different things that you can't really get.
Right, more of a VJ kind of tool, you know, video manipulation, and that's not really the goal of ProPresenter. ProPresenter is more of the service management and enhancement.
Getting your lyrics on the screen, showing Bible verses, playing videos, but not necessarily messing around with those videos.
Exactly. So another neat new feature, I'm actually going to quit this and start this up. There's a thing called a Matrox triple head to go, and I can't really show you. I've got one sitting under the table. But it's a
we'll show one on the
you can pop one on the screen. It's from Matrox as the maker, and it's called a triple head to go. And what it does is it takes a single video signal and it splits it across 3 screens. Okay, now everybody can do that. Anybody, you can get one for your PC, your Mac, and extend your gaming screen. But what we've done is we've tried to take it one step further and add some additional functionality to it. So let me show you, for example. Traditionally, if you have a triple head to go, you're only going to be able to see video like this. Okay, you'll see one piece of video stretched out over all 3 screens, and you can put your text up here because that's what ProPresenter does. It puts text on the screen. Right. I could do it on my center screen, or else I could push it to my left screen or my right screen or something like that. But a lot of times, you know, people will be, oh, that's awesome, but I want to have text on this screen and not in my center.
Right.
And so what happens then is, in order to do that, suddenly, you know, we only output text to one screen, and this treats it as one. You can see in the window here.
Yeah,
this treats it as one screen.
It as one screen.
So you're asking us to have text to output the same text on the same screen in multiple spots.
Right.
That's a pain. Now, traditionally, what you have to do is you have to get a switcher. If you want it on the outside, you got to get a switcher for here and a switcher for here, and run ProPresenter and key it across both of them.
Or you have to have a really expensive system that you're inputting video into, and then you have this crazy high-end deal that's outputting
lots
lyrics.
of money, lots of time to set up, all the more confusion and potential bad wire, all that kind of stuff. So
and this situation is good for a church that maybe has 2 side screens and then one in the center that they want to be doing.
Yeah, they don't necessarily want the words in the center, but they want them on the side, or vice versa. Maybe they want them on all 3, or just any kind of variation.
Right.
So this fits a number of people, but not everybody, and so it's just a nice enhancement. And so what I can do now is, with this in the control panel and this enabled, I can actually just turn it on onto the other screen. So now I've got text on all 3. Okay, or I could turn off the center, so now I've got text on the side.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So it's a great way to augment the capability of the triple head to go.
That's amazing.
Furthermore, if I have people on here, okay, typically if I have people on here, people don't look good stretched, you know, across.
Not really.
3.
They get a little fat.
Yeah, and that's the only option you have for triple head to go. It's just because you're sending out one ultra wide resolution, and the only thing to do is fill that screen, which ends up stretching it out.
Right.
So now what I can do is I can actually tile this image. So let me come back to the girls here, and now I can actually turn on the tile. So now I've got 100% of that image on there. Nobody's stretched out. It looks funny and everything. Yeah. So if these displays are separated, like one's up here, one's over here, and one's in the big center stage, everything kind of looks normal.
Nice.
Okay. Animations, of course, are very forgiving of stretching, but people aren't.
That's great. So is there anything beyond this that's new coming in store in the future for Renewed Vision?
Yeah, we've got a whole bunch of things. We're getting ready to ramp down production on 3.5. Just to be clear, this is called part of the advanced module, and there's 3 things that are part of the advanced module. I showed you the network node, I showed you the triple head to go, and there's also the SDI/FireWire out. Okay. So if you want to come out, instead of coming out DVI, you can come out in FireWire or an SDI cord, because some switchers only take SDI inputs.
Gotcha.
You get all those 3 features in there. Then there's the other module, which I can't really show you, but I can say it's called the Alpha Keyer module. Okay. And that's for high-end churches that, not high-end churches, but any church that has a high-end switcher.
They already have a video switcher, but they want to use your titling program, basically.
Correct.
So you can send ProPresenter, you can send all the titles, all the text in there, and then they can throw their live video or whatever behind that. And it gives a perfect key, perfect alpha channel.
That's exactly correct. A lot of these higher-end switchers that you can buy, you know, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000, $100,000 switchers. Yep. They have something called a key and a fill input. Right. Okay. And so essentially, what this allows us to offer is none of the tools really have a separate key fill input. So in the only options that you have are like a deco or Inscriber or a Chiron or something.
Yep.
Those are $10, $20, $30, $50, $80,000.
Lots
They can get
lots of money.
incredible.
Yeah.
And they're awesome devices, except that churches don't need about 80 or 90% of what they offer.
Right.
Plus, they're hard to use, and they're obviously very, very expensive.
Exactly.
What this does is it brings it down. It gives you the same simple to use ProPresenter interface, but
Yep.
it allows you to output those separate key fills for that true transparency,
Yeah.
that true broadcast quality CG tool.
Exactly.
At a fraction of the price.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we're really excited about
and
that.
And it makes it so if your church is a large church that, maybe in your main sanctuary you have the capabilities of doing, live video, and they want to be able to bring in the text from ProPresenter, but let's say in the youth ministry, they're in a smaller room and they just need to use ProPresenter. Now
Correct.
you can use the same software across your entire church,
Yep.
and your volunteer can work in youth or work on Sunday morning and run the same program and not run into, I got to use this new high-end program for
Exactly.
church. I can use ProPresenter.
Yeah, and you don't have to send anybody away for training. It's not hard to use. All that kind of good thing.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah. So the last thing that we're going to introduce, or that we are introducing at this show, is the embedded the store within ProPresenter. And that's it's called the Renewed Vision Store, and it's powered by Worship House Media. Okay, so
Awesome.
Those guys are great at providing a whole vast library of content from all these wonderful producers that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought, well, you know what? We'll just go ahead and work with some of the guys that are really good at this stuff. So now we've got the embedded Renewed Vision Store. Think iTunes, essentially the convenience of iTunes. You can buy music from a lot of places, but it sure is nice to just be able to buy it from
Exactly.
You wake up the day before Memorial Day and you want to throw a flag into your videos or something. You can pop onto the Renewed Vision Store, look up flag, download it right into the program. So it's really just about making it easier and more available, because a lot of folks, when they first get this, they want to know, where do I get more? This is great. Where do I get more content?
Where
so
can I
this
find
tries
more
to
videos?
help them get more content.
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
now you can get all the videos that you need from right inside the program. You don't even need to stray away to a web browser.
Yeah,
you're
welcome to go get it from anywhere else, but it also is a huge resource from right within.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, where can people find out more information about your products and all those tutorials you've been talking about? Where can we find more information?
Everything, of course, is at our website, which is renewedvision.com. And you can find the tutorials up under the tutorials page under the product descriptions and modules, description about all the modules. And, of course, you can buy everything there. And very simple.
Awesome. And 3.4 is out right now. This is going to air on Monday. So when can we expect 3.5? Is it coming?
3.5 essentially, it will essentially be no different other than the store operation, and that's basically coming next week. Renew Vision and Worship House are putting a few finishing touches on it. Now all of our sampler videos are going to be online available, so we don't have to ship you a DVD. You don't have to wait.
Great.
So you can just download as soon as you buy the program. You can download right from their site. It gives you a good introduction to their site and how to use it.
Great.
And now you can get you've always been able to get ProPresenter right away immediately because it's all digital download.
Right.
But now you can get all the videos.
All the content as well.
Right there. So, you do it Saturday night and you're ready with content Sunday morning. So, anyway, that'll be hopefully available roughly sometime next week. Waiting on a few things that we're putting some finishing touches on.
Final touches on. So you can look forward to the new store as well as all of the new features that are in 3.4 and 3.5. So check out renewedvision.com for a great resource. And by the way, this is a Mac-only program. So if you're on PC, maybe you should switch over to a Mac so you can get the great features of ProPresenter. So check out renewedvision.com. So we're here at the Church Media Design booth, and I'm
Michael Corwin, president of Highway Video.
And Highway Video, if you don't know, in my opinion, is like the first and one of the best church media producers out there. When I started in doing church media and started doing sound, the name that I knew was Highway Video. So Highway Video has been around for how many years now?
We're in our 9th year now.
So you guys have been through the thick of starting and people using PowerPoint and wanting to do stuff to the modern time where we can do live video feeds and DVDs.
We started on VHS, if you can believe that, way back. In fact, we still have 30,000 units sitting in a warehouse.
So if you need 30,000 units of Highway videos, you can call this guy and he'll hook you up. So Highway Video is a church media producer, and what kind of products do you guys offer?
Well, we offer sermon illustrations, sermon starters, another way to say that.
Mini movie kind of things.
Mini movies. That's right. We also offer something called a Vibe, which is a pretty unique product in that the whole intention of it is to help create mood and ambiance, texture to your worship setting. Really set things up emotionally.
Great. And you, those Vibe videos usually come like one has titles and one doesn't have titles, so you can also use it for, am I correct on that?
That is correct. And what he means by titles, just so that it makes sense, is that we'll lay text over top of the visuals to help point the video in a direction. So say that you're playing a music set that it's just instrumental. You might throw up a Vibe that has the text overlays because it'll help take the congregation somewhere with the words. You know, it helps give meaning to the visuals that lay behind. However, if that's not what you're doing, if you're actually singing a song that has lyrics, we have a version that comes that you just don't play with the text, and you can lay your own text up there or play it with no text, just so
you
the
can
visuals.
So you could use it as a worship background kind of deal instead. So you can basically, when you're getting those Vibe videos, you're getting two different products in one right there, because
That's correct.
you can use them as worship backgrounds, and you can also use them, like you said, with like an instrumental piece or just a time where you want to just sit and reflect and take people into a different place.
That's exactly right.
And so you guys have a couple other products that I know of. You have some kind of stock clip kind of
Yes,
stuff,
we do.
right?
We have a product line called Elements, and the purpose of Elements in filmmaking, the smallest portion or element of a film is a single shot.
Right.
And the idea behind Elements, and that's why we call them Elements, is that you build a film shot after shot after shot.
Yeah.
And it can often be too expensive to go get a shot. So you can buy an element for $7.50 as a download. Well, it might cost you $20 to fill up the car to go get that shot.
Exactly.
So it's
or
a
you might
huge-
not live in a place that you can actually get that shot.
That's right. If you live in the Midwest and you want a shot of the ocean, you can get the shot of the ocean from us.
Exactly.
Flying out there is going to cost a whole lot more. Or crane shots, or shots from Europe, so on and so forth. So
That's awesome.
the whole idea behind the elements is that you embed them into your own video.
So that way, if you're trying to make some mini movies or an intro for your service that you want very specific to your situation, you can do that using Elements.
That's right.
So is there any new products that you guys have put out, or anything new coming down the line at Highway Videos?
Well, there's always something new coming down. We've been averaging over 50 films a year.
Wow.
For the last number of years. So come to our site and check it out, highwayvideo.com. There's always something new.
Great. Is there any other? We were actually talking before, and you were saying, don't ask too many of the technical questions because I'm not actually out there. I'm doing more of the marketing and that kind of stuff. But you were saying that you guys actually rent all of your equipment when you're filming, which I found kind of interesting.
Right. Well, we rent most of our equipment. We initially, in the early days, bought it all. But for various different reasons, sometimes you lose a piece, sometimes you break a piece, sometimes it just becomes outmoded or outdated. And what we have found is that it makes sense for us to rent equipment, particularly a camera or lighting gear, for instance.
Right.
And if you've ever made a film, you know how important lighting is. So
Yep.
sometimes you need more lighting, sometimes you need less. It just wouldn't make sense for us on some of our big shoots to have purchased all that lighting gear. It would make the film inordinately expensive.
Yeah.
And so we do a lot of renting. Now, we're in Los Angeles, so we're able to do things that maybe other people aren't able to do.
Right. So maybe in your area you should check and see if there's a rental house nearby, because that might save you some money. Because like you were saying, you could rent a camera for $100 and
HD, the latest greatest.
Yeah, and I have a kind of latest greatest HD camera, and I did not spend $100 to make sure I could shoot with this. So it's a great tip that you.
Do you shoot on red eye? Or the red one camera?
No. I know the red, and it's a crazy.
Yeah.
It's a it's $18,000 camera,
Right.
plus a lot more with all the extras you need to get.
That if we really wanted to use it, we could get it for $150. You'd have to shoot a lot of films to amortize $18,000.
Yeah, totally. And it's amazing to know that you can get those kind of things, and that's a great tip for the audience to know that you don't always have to buy equipment, and you can go the cheaper route and rent equipment.
Right.
So that's awesome. So where can people find out more information and find out about all your videos and your great products?
you can check us out at highwayvideo.com.
Sweet. Well, thank you so much, and make sure you guys head over to highwayvideo.com and check out all the elements and the mini movies and the vibe videos, and get some great resources for your church. Well, this week's booth is Worship House Media, and I'm here with Kent and Dale, and we're going to find out a little bit more about what this supposed sponsor has to offer the church world.
Yeah, supposed sponsor. Thanks there, buddy.
I'm just joking. The sponsor. I mean, come on now.
I mean, look at our booth. It's awesome.
So tell us a little bit about Worship House and what you guys offer the church world.
Well, Worship House Media is a church media distributor. So basically anything you put up on a screen, we sell. We don't create it. We distribute about 100 different producers. Most of our sales are the mini movie category. That mic seems to be getting closer and closer. Mini movie category, and then we also have a couple other product lines, motion backgrounds, which include countdowns and loops and that kind of stuff, still images, and then a few software, presentation software programs. And
as well as the countdown programs are on there, right?
Yeah, countdown programs are on there. Countdown Maker, Countdown Creator. Yes.
We've seemed to be the place where pretty much anything media for a church can be found, and we're hoping to in the future add some new product categories. So there's a lot of media things, and of course the video podcast, and we like ChurchMediaDesign.tv because video podcasts, and so
it's a great podcast.
It is.
There's not a better podcast out there that is hands-on. So I think you do a great job.
Well, thank you guys, and it's been really cool to have that partnership with you guys and to be working with you guys and the whole RT group with Collide and Worship House, and being here at Echo Conference and being able to speak and have the opportunity to try to steal some people to come to my breakout versus Tim Stevens, because I mean, so many people know who I am that they're like, why go?
Hey,
why to go to this?
We tried to get you in on our podcast, but we had bad timing. It was during lunch, so
and I was. I don't know where I was.
Yeah, you were still teaching, I think.
I'm long-winded, as the viewers know.
Hey, that's fair.
So what new is coming down the line at Worship House?
Lots of stuff.
That's a good answer.
As it's kind of we're always wanting to improve, but one thing we're looking forward to is a potential new website design. So that should be cool. Our design is it's a few years old, so we want to refresh that up. Yeah,
we're going to refresh the look. We're going to add a bunch of functionality changes to the homepage. Some of those we'll just wait to tell you about, but some different feeds, a different look, some different ad options, that kind of stuff. And then everything from the product detail page, every page will look different.
Awesome.
And every page will have additional functionality as well as a refreshed design. So
sweet.
And then that's kind of big term. As far as what we have coming down the pipe, you can always check our Just Added tab. So whenever we get films from different producers, we upload them, and they're available on their producer page, but they're also available on our Just Added tab. So you can kind of see what's fresh, especially when seasonal comes around, that kind of stuff. So.
Or you guys could watch the podcast and you talk about the Just Added tab.
We can give you the updates. And if you don't know, there's an RSS feed on our Just Added tab. So if you go there, and if you know how to subscribe to an RSS feed, you can find it on the Just Added tab.
So open up Google Reader, our good friend of Google Reader on the show, and subscribe to the Just Added tab so you can know exactly what's coming down the line from Worship House.
Yeah. So that's I think that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on. I mean, our heads are filled with all this stuff here at Echo. There's so much new things, and it's almost hard to remember all what we have going on. But there's a lot, so keep checking back.
Well, and the conference has been going great. I want to applaud you guys on what a great conference we've had so far.
That's really because of Dale and I.
I mean,
actually, we didn't.
Much.
Yeah, we didn't actually have a lot to do with it. We've been hanging out at the booth. We had a producer luncheon Thursday. But yeah, we've been pretty happy with the conference, and I do feel like the Echoes team, Cammie and Sean and Rob and Jeff, they've done a good job. I feel like people are enjoying themselves. So
yeah, it's been a really great conference to meet different producers and different people. And for me, this is my first time out in the world with people who might know who I am for once.
There you go.
That's cool. Well, I hope it's a good conference for you as far as business and getting people watching your show and yeah. So hey.
Cool. Well, if you guys want to find out more information and a whole lot more, and you can use our promo code over at worshiphousemedia.com. It's CMDTV1, and it's 25% off. So head over to worshiphousemedia.com for a lot of great resources that span everything media in the church. So check out worshiphousemedia.com.
Well, we're back, and thank you guys so much for tuning in to another edition of Church Media Design TV. And again, there's going to be a lot more content coming out in the upcoming weeks, from interviews with all sorts of different vendors that we've had here, as well as church media producers, and finding out cool behind-the-scenes stuff. And it's just been a great time of getting to know people like Rob and Kent and Dale, and people that I've talked to before. But
Thank you, Brad.
but I've never had the chance to meet, and so it's been a really great opportunity. So it's been a great conference, and it's kind of winding down today with our last session with Mark Steele from Steelhouse Productions. And yeah, Rob, you got any final thoughts for us?
We're tired. We're living off of coffee and peppermints at this point.
I don't even know where they found the peppermints, but they must be good.
There's peppermints. So no, it's a great tired. We're on a high for sure, but then I know we're gonna crash tonight.
Sleep for a week and not go to work.
No, but it has been so much fun. Thank you to any of you that came, that are listening to this, watching this. It's watching.
Oh yeah. I mean, some people might ignore the video because of the way I look.
Yeah,
but,
the hair.
It gets a little crazy sometimes.
No, but thank you, and this has been a lot of fun. Thank you, Brad.
Yeah, for sure. Well, tune in next week for another great show and some more interviews and behind the scenes of what went on at Collide. So we'll go. I'm Brad, and
I'm Rob,
and we'll see you later.